Okay, this is my first video. I can't wait to see how it's going to be. I have a whole lot more videos to come. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a delayed certificate of birth. A lot of people have asked me, what kind of information can you get off of a delayed certificate of birth? Well, this is what a delayed certificate of birth looks like. People created a delayed certificate of birth because they felt it was necessary maybe to have something to prove that they were entitled to property or things like that. So this just provided them with some type of documentation to prove that they were who they say they were. Because the the birth certificates became required in the United States at around 1902. Before that time, most records were kept in Bibles. We will talk more about Bible records later. But if you notice on this delayed certificate of birth, it has your everything that you normally would have on a birth certificate, your father and your mother's name, except back then you may have had whoever the attendant was. That could have been a midwife. Right here is the signature of the person. Now, they are trying to attest that this is the year that they were born, I think 1910. So in order to prove that, they would have had to provide proof that they were born around this time. This record wasn't made, however, until 1967. Now, by 1967, this was a female. This could have been a female. If they were married, they would have also signed with their married name. The great thing about signing with the married name is now that tells you who they may have married, and that gives you another name to look for them under. If you notice right here where it says abstract of supporting evidence, right here, where this is, the abstract of supporting evidence is all of the evidence that was required to help certify that you were who you say you were. These were things that were acceptable by usually the Department of Register of Deeds or places like that, or your Secretary of State. Many states had their own different rules that applied to what was considered evidence that you could use. Down here, this is the information that is concerning registering as stated in the records above. So this applies to that. It is showing that, okay, this record may have supported the birth or age of this person, the birthplace, the name of the father, and the name of the mother. So usually this information was also found on these records. So if you were looking for someone, you could also look for these records where they say they were. This one, for example, says that the person got married in Halifax County, Virginia. However, this is a North Carolina delayed certificate of birth. So that could tell you that, well, maybe they lived on the border. And we will learn more about what happens when you live on the border and how to research that at a later time. So if you like this, if this has been helpful, please like at the bottom. And if you have any comments, please leave your comments. If you have any questions or anything that you would like information on, then just leave a comment and I will try to post information about that as well.